It's Sunday the 7th of February 2016. This is a chart for Perseus Mining. In the chart video I posted a couple of weeks ago, I talked about the potential for we're getting to this wedge pattern here, and there was potential for a breakout either way. We got our answer when the quarterly came out, which was very poor, poorer than I'd expected, and I'd already discounted it, I thought, quite a lot. It came in at 32,000 ounces. I was thinking about 37, which even then was probably at the lower end. So they had to lower they didn't even make the lower end of their guidance that they'd put out in December. So obviously there was a very poor quarterly, and the market dumped at about 15% on that earnings on that quarterly release day, and it cracked through that resistance that support level. Since then, I mean, there's been a bit of volume coming into the stock with the rest of the gold stocks going up. So they've been saved a bit by the I just guess general buying of gold stocks. I mean, the report, I think the thing that worried the market was not exactly just the bad report, bad December or quarterly, but I guess the indecision and unknowns about what was coming in the March quarter. There was a few comments about grade that might suggest that they're not very confident about grade performance going forward. At the moment you can only really say you go with the company and the reserve figures, which are a lot higher than the grades they were mining last quarter, and they'll be mining in the March quarter as well. So I think you'll see gradual improvement, and those grades really drive the costs for Perseus. So once they burned through about 30 million in cash in the December quarter, but some of that was from their Ivory Coast development, which is about 8 million, and they're not proceeding with that in the near term. Although with the gold price moving, I think they might want to proceed with it, but they probably don't have the financial means to go ahead immediately. But if the US dollar gold price keeps moving, maybe they'll be able to get better access to finance terms. But it's not a stock. I actually dumped some at the open on that quarterly day. Still got a core holding, but I think something like Resolute, potentially a better stock for in the short term. But Perseus also still got that large cash balance. I expect them to burn through a little bit of that in the March quarter, maybe another 10 to 15 million. So but they've got a good hedge as well, which at the moment is with the US dollar gold price moving up, it's probably a discounted stock. So if you're very bullish on that, I think Perseus will eventually get the tailwinds from that once the operational performance starts to turn around. But it's been underperforming some of the other gold stocks this week. So there's still people questioning whether this is a good one to back in a rising gold price environment. But eventually, I think once those new pit issues have been turned around, the cost will come down back towards say 1,000 to 1,100 US, and then they're making money, and then they can have a look at proceeding with the Sisingwe development. If gold goes above 1,200, I think you will see that mine go ahead in the next. The decision to mine will go ahead once they've bedded down Edikan operations.